Good morning. Today is the 9th of October, and this is a part 2 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the Braishfield Classic Car Show near Romsey. This little village social club has been overwhelmed with all kinds of classic cars. The cut-off date around 2005, but they're not massively strict about it, I don't think. Just found this very nice Ford Capri 2.8 injection. It's on a B, so 84, 85. I'm sure many of you are very familiar with these from back in the day. This is really nice. Injection special, I think, probably like this, with a 5-speed gearbox. I've not driven an injection special. I've driven an earlier Capri 2.8 injection from 1982, which only had a 4-speed gearbox. But yes, amazing car to drive. The brakes are quite shocking. Got to be a bit careful. So here we have as well a Buick Skylock. Never seen one of these before, I don't think. 71, 72. Some of you from the United States of America who are experts of American cars will tell me exactly what year this is, but it's all I know because of the plate on it. Much bigger than most of the stuff that's here. So cars keep sort of turning up and leaving and things. So sometimes you'll see this part's sort of a little bit out of order, perhaps. But 1978-79 Mini 1275 GT. Look at those wheels, viewers. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, 1275 GT, based on the sort of Clubman. This is after 1977, so it's actually got the different rear lights on it. So we got to put my hand up there to stop too much light coming in. That might actually be the original plate on the car. I don't know. It could be a personal one, but at the time they weren't sort of too fussy about that kind of thing. So that might actually be the original plate of the car. It's a Birmingham plate anyway. So maybe it was registered by BL themselves. I don't know, but pretty wonderful. So after last month's Isle of Wight Mini adventure, I have seen many minis, and look at the interior of this 1275 GT. The owners very kindly let me have a look at it, and yeah, it's all original in here. Look at those stripes. I don't think you could possibly get something that's any more typical of the period than this. That is just amazing. This pre-facelift Triumph 2000 automatic's just turned up. It's a very late pre-facelift, this, on an H, so just before what's called the Innsbruck facelift, which looked a bit more like the Stag, so 69 only. It's actually got Stag wheels on it, which no surprise really. It's probably quite easy to find the tyres for those. Someone's left the window open for me, so we're here. There we go. Is that the Warner 35 transmission in there, viewers? Answers in the comment section below. Also, this Pontiac Firebird Trans Am's just turned on. This is, I think, the final generation for the Firebird. I think this is about 2000 or something like that. The Firebird name was discontinued, I think, in 2002. When the sort of Camaro that was also based on this car was discontinued. It's just moving into place. It is a bit like sort of musical chairs around here, actually, because things keep coming in and out. But there we go. Another treat is this Metro. It's quite a basic one. It's a relatively early Mark II Metro on a C, so 85, 86. It's not as basic as the Metro City that I drove earlier in the summer. It was also a Mark II. It's a 1.3L, so we've actually got things like the standard rear wiper and some luxuries like that. But we don't have a glove box. Got an electric clock, but no glove box. Things we used to live with back in the day. So this XJS has just turned up. It's a really early one, this. It's sort of Return of the Saints spec, or New Avengers spec. I think it's probably about, I don't know, guess about 1977, something like that. Definitely V12. Can't remember the name of the colour, I'm afraid, but it's got a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior. Got to practice my sort of J-turns and things if I want to be Mike Gambit from New Avengers. Also got this 50s Dodge Coronet here. I think it's a Dodge Coronet. I'm really bad with the American cars, I'm afraid, viewers, but yeah, Dodge Coronet, I think. So Mr. Partridge, who's an expert on miners unlike me, has told me that this Morris Minor series or cheese grater, there's some debate about what you actually call these, but it's a pre-series 2 anyway. This has actually got it's actually got a Ford engine in it. So it's not the original side valve.
No, Kent engine. It wouldn't have had a side valve.
Come on, love, let's get
It would come out with the 803.
So this is a really early series 2, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah. It's a really early, it's sort of 52, 53, something like that.
She's 1st of Jan 53.
Okay, so it's a very early series 2.
Yeah. So first of the highlights.
Yeah, I get really confused because I know with the I know with these they had a different grill on them later on.
Yeah, what we call this cheese grater grill on these.
Yeah.
It would have come out with an 803 from the factory.
So very, 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 very slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kent engine. Ford.
Is that a 1.3?
1.3 Kent engine.
Would have been out of like I don't know.
Early Cortina.
Oh right, oh yeah,
Mark II Cortina.
Mark II Cortina, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can put like anything in these. Anything just goes in.
1600, which is the same block.
Yeah.
It's just bored out more, but
so what gearbox do you have in this?
There's the Ford gearbox behind it.
From Mark II Cortina.
Yep.
Is that all synchro?
Not sure. I think it is. In the early
Yeah.
Cortinas.
I certainly know, and I'm driving a car with a non-synchro first. I'm not very good at those sort of things.
No, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Thanks a lot.
A Mitsubishi Starion. Goodness gracious me. Sort of like a Japanese version of the Capri, sort of, but not quite. I don't know what year this is actually, viewers. It's got a Northern Irish plate on it, so I wouldn't know, but it'll be somewhere in the sort of mid-80s, I should think. I wonder if this is the turbo one. Not sure. Lloyd Vehicle Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. An MGTC. So immediately post-war, I think we're sort of making them in 45 or 46. Not the most comfortable driving position, I don't think. I'd probably struggle if I had one of those myself. So I think this is an YA or YB MG. They'd be about 1950, something like that. Much bigger than that TC, which was made at about the same time. I like the colour, that's really nice. So John Oxley, the chairman of Tesla Mobility, is here. This is his Mustang. It's a 68, I think, actually. It's very nice. If I've asked very nicely, he might let me have a go in that at some point, but I would have to ask incredibly nicely. So yeah, he imported it, I think, from California a few years ago. Austin 7 special here. Some sort of thing that the Mark I Lotus was would look like actually back in the day. So yeah, would have been made post-war period, different trials and things like that. This is almost an exact replica of Mr. Richard and Furious Driving's P6. It's a series 1.5. It's a 2000. This is a TC model. His is just a standard 2000. This has a little bit more power. But yes, this is what his one looks like. I think the interior is a different colour on this one now. What we got there? We got Bigglesbear. Ooh, TR250, that's a American spec TR5, but it's right-hand drive. Maybe that's been converted at some stage. Didn't make these very long, just before the TR6 came in, I think, sort of March, April 69, so that'll be about 67, 68 only, really. MGA. This one is the colour that the one that one of my friends was when I was younger. There's a picture of me actually sitting in an MGA of this colour when I was about 9, I think. Yes, Test Valley Motor Enthusiast car. There you go, that's the symbol that I need to look out for. This will obviously be an import. Someone's also put a 5-speed gearbox in it. I'm not sure what gearbox that will be, but that's interesting. People do very often put 1.8 litre engines in those as well. This car was at the Concord Classics a little while ago. It's a 2003, I think, this one. Sorry, no, 04. It's a January 04 Mazda RX-8. I have driven one of these actually on my channel. It was a much later one, it's an R3 type RX-8. Yes, go quite fast these views. 72, 73 Reliant Scimitar GTE. I'm not going to make the obvious remark. I'm not actually allowed to. That is illegal to make such remarks. Not the GTF, that's just sort of falling apart. It's Austin A55 Cambridge. Actually, we're quite proud of the A55 because we've got a badge on the back of it. So this is a sort of late 50s, really. Column change and all kinds of things. Sort of early version of the B series in this, a 1.5 litre B series. This is a car again that's in the Test Valley Motor Enthusiast. I think it's a 72 or 73, this one. It's a Devon conversion, I think. Or is it? I can't remember. If this not a Devon conversion, it's one but somewhat identical to this that is, that I've seen before. So 1968 to 9 MGB GT. I think that's Primrose Yellow, from what I understand. Oh, sorry, is it? There we go. It's information sheet. It's a 68. Very nice. Ford V8 Pilot. Again, these rather like the Morris 8 Series E, immediately pre or post-war. I can't really tell. I'd like to say this is a post-war one, but I'd be sort of just kind of stabbing in the dark, really. Right-hand drive, so yeah, they made them in America and over here. Very sensible though to fit those flashing indicators. That's probably a sensible idea. 2009 Porsche 911 Targa 4S. Probably a little bit new to be here, but looks nice that anyway. That's very, very nice, viewers. Look at this P5B. Dark green, rose style wheels, and a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior with plenty of wood, of course. So this one shouldn't have so many V8 badges on it, I don't think. The one that I drove back in sort of end of July, beginning of August, was similar to this. It's a P5B Coupe. This is a 72, one I drove was a 73. That's very nice. So this is the bottom of the range Jaguar Mark II. This is the 2.4 litre. It's not really kind of inferior. I think we've still got maybe some beige leather interior goodness going on here, unless that's vinyl. But nevertheless, it's a beautiful car. I can't remember if the 2.4 is a kind of not that valuable these days. It certainly used to be compared with the 3.8s, but yes, anyway, maybe answer the comment section below about that. Lotus Excel SE, so this is a sort of cheaper sports car when they were making the Esprit. This will be from the sort of mid to late 80s, I think, this one. That plate's a personal one. Still just an iconic shape, even if this is just a kind of slightly more practical and cheaper version of it. Oh, it's an 86, there we go. Someone's left the information sheet. I should have read that before I told you about anything. Shouldn't know videos. 1980 to 81, Triumph TR8. I always forget the difference between the TR7 V8 and the TR8. I always forget that, but this is a TR8. It's one of the last ones. The production finished in 81, but they did sell them into 82 and sometimes beyond. Another one of these MGAs. There's 3 of these here today then. This is a 1600, so it'll be probably 1960 or later then. They have an information sheet for me here, so maybe it says, yes it is. It is a 1960, and it's still a Mark 1. So another MGB here. This is the last type with the rubber bumpers. The rubber bumper actually starting to have quite a following now, even without somebody retrofitting chrome bumpers to them. They're starting to kind of have a following all of their own, and this is a very, very nice example. 77, 78 registration. It's a very clean interior as well. That stereo is a little bit later, but can't blame somebody really for upgrading something like that. Another one of these Austin 7s. I don't know if that's a Ruby or something else, but for one of these it looks like a quite luxurious one actually. The late 30s, and a very, very late Morris Minor van or O-type or 600 or 800 weight, if you want to be specific about it, I think. Another test value motor enthusiast car. Local plate to the area, BK. That's 71, I think. I can't remember when we finished production. It was somewhere between 71 and 73, the finished production, but I can't remember exactly now. Ford Falcon Futura with a 289 engine. This is a 65. It's not exactly my type of thing, viewers, but it's interesting nevertheless to see that sort of thing here. And a Mark 1 Escort. What show in this country would be complete without a Mark 1 Escort, particularly this 2-door? Again, local plate to the area, OR. Oh, it's an RS 2000, so 70 to 71. This is at a 5-speed gearbox put in it. There's people debating about the engine and things. This is unusual. 64 Riley Elf, but it's been lowered considerably. And it's got sort of various other sort of bits on it, so that's far from standard, but it's fascinating. There's not too many of these kind of shortened Minis or Elfs or Hornets that I've seen, but that's fascinating. I've just popped outside because the show's literally full. There's no more room for any more cars in it. And I've just spotted this very early Toyota Avensis. I think this is a 98. It's a 2-litre. I'm not even sure the owner wanted to show, but I like it anyway. Yeah, it's a 2-litre GLS. There's some more stuff out here, by the way, as well. Casually parked on the side of the road is this Series 1 Land Rover. Green Fox Garage in Enfield Town. I think that's probably, what, an 86-inch wheelbase, something like that. I could be totally wrong, but looks like it anyway. Oh, here we go. MGTF. And an Austin Healey. That looks like a BN1 to me. Could be wrong though. Got this 80s TVR lurking out here. Can't remember the name of it. Was it the Tasman or something like that? Yes, it's a Tasman. There we go. Very, very kind of late 70s, early 80s design. I think those rear lights are off a Ford Capri. So be about sort of 83, 84, something like that. You can even have a look at the interior. Gosh, what an extraordinary car. Those are sort of Capri door handles as well, actually. Another minor van. This again about the same sort of era. It's a K. So yeah, 71, perhaps a 72. It's been modified quite extensively though. Oh gosh. What else have we got here? Wow. It's crazy. It's advertising a local company that's been around since only a few years after this van was made. Interesting. Oh, very nice. 1989 to 90. Peugeot 205 1.9 GTI, immediately before the sort of minor facelift they had. That's it, yeah.
What website do you put that on?
It's called Lloyd Vehicle Consulting.
Did you get that?
What's it called?
Be on YouTube, Lloyd Vehicle Consulting.
Lloyd Vehicle Consulting.
That's it.
Oh, right,
Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Very early Mini here. Classic colour that the early ones came in. Beautiful condition. I've seen several of these. There's one at Bewley, for example, of course, which isn't too far from here. 1960 repro tax disc, I imagine that's about it. So I think we're an Austin 7 here, actually. We're not even a Mini, we're on a 7. What do you say, riding around? Yes. Yes, it's a 7. It's a very, very early one. Also, this is a really early Austin 7 of its own. This would be like, I don't know, 22, 23, something like that. So it's either 99 or 100 years old. There we go. It's just sitting kind of here by the side of the road. Isn't that crazy? This looks like an MM series Morris Minor, judging by that grille. I mean, it's got sort of various bits on it, but that steering wheel and the dash suggests to me that it actually is a Series MM. It's just been modified a little bit. So that'll be before 1953. Amazing. This looks like it started life as some kind of Austin A40, like a sort of Dorset or Devon or something like that, but that's actually been extensively modified. Look at that. Crazy. Ooh. An Alpine. I think this is an A110 actually. 72-73 classic blue as well, which is very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Ooh. And a Lancia. It's not a Fulvia, it's actually a different model. It's a Lancia 2000. Excellent. It's a right-hand drive one as well. 2000 HF. We like this sort of thing, viewers. We like this sort of thing very, very much indeed. Got motorcycles as well. Oh, and there's more over here. This is turning out to be one interesting day. Look at this. Oh, there's more up here as well. Wow. Okay. More Morgan goodness. What plate's this got on it? It's another personal plate. I don't know what year this is. Maybe it's that beige leather, maybe it's not. Oh, it's a +8. We'll have a Rover 3.5 litre V8 in it. Very nice views. This old van. Is this a sort of Thames or something like that? I think, yeah, it's a sort of Thames or Ford van. I forget the code for these, but based on an Anglia. Ooh, a Healy 100. This might actually be a BN1, which would be an early one, but they had other model codes as well. How extraordinary. It's pretty delicious, isn't it, viewers? It's very nice. 1969 to 70 Volkswagen 1500. It looks very original, actually, that. It looks very, very original. The Stag is owned by one of the club members. I forget what year it is. I think it's a 72. I love this colour view. As you can see, leaves are sort of blowing everywhere today. Yeah, don't hit that Stag. It's a good idea. Just your parking slightly. That's a good idea. This Renault Sport Clear was in the car park originally. This is a 182, but it's been sort of asked to leave because there's too much at the show, so it's parked over here. So yeah, it's 2004 to 5 registration, quite a late one for one of these. 1994 to 1995 Mini Mark 6. It's a 1.3 Cooper with fuel injection. Very nice colour, I always prefer these. So, bay window Volkswagen. 78, 79 registration. Don't know an awful lot about these, to be honest, viewers, but my lady wife likes them. But still more stuff arriving. I'm going to have to find that later. Ooh, a Sierra RS Cosworth and an XR4i. Viewers, we are having a treat today, aren't we? So 1954 Chevrolet 3100 pickup. That is really nice condition, actually. Mercedes. Oh, I think this is a 170. But I don't know anything about these sort of things, really. I'm just going to say that, even if I'm just bluffing it. This Minor 1000 Traveller here is about the same age, and it's this, I think it's the same colour actually. It's the one I drove last month on Sensible Second-Hand Classics, although that was a two-door saloon. It's very nice. I think we might have a Minor Traveller coming up on the channel at some point, you know, viewers. I hope you will enjoy that. What do we have lurking at the youth centre car park? This 72 Mustang, or it could be a 73 actually, this sort of diamond off forever type shape, although it's a little bit later than that. And this is a convertible, getting sort of Saxondale vibes as well. Remember the Steve Coogan series, where he drove something very similar to this, I think. ...2003 final generation Toyota Celica. I'd say this is probably a classic now, especially considering Mr. Richardson from Furious Driving just had one of these on his channel. We also have something very tasty, viewers. 2002 to 3 Jaguar XK8 in dark green with a beige leather interior. I do like a nice beige leather interior. It's a German friend, the 996 911 seems to be here as well. That's very nice. Very tasty. Hello. Beautiful car. This MG Midgets just turned up. Rubber bumper one. I think I have seen this before. I think this belongs to somebody in Test Valley Motor Enthusiasts. So 76, 77. I have driven a Midget. It was not as late as this one. This one will have an all-synchro gearbox in it. It might even have a brake servo. Can't remember if these later ones did. But actually, this is, despite this is a rubber bumper one, I think it looks really nice. Again, the prices for these are starting to rise, but you can still buy a fairly decent one of these for under £5,000. Porsche's just leaving. There's also this Eunos Roadster here. Again, I think probably it was trying to get into the show, but that car park's just rammed full, so it's over here. I have driven one of these, viewers. This is a manual, but I actually drove an auto Eunos Roadster on the channel. I think it was in this colour as well, this sort of black. And so you can look that up on Sensible Second-Hand Classics. It's the one that I think is called the most vibration in my camera of anything I've ever filmed. So let's have a look at this 5.7 litre supercharged GMC 100 series pickup truck. It's definitely all custom in there. Big, sort of got a hood scoop on there, and all sort of rat look as well. It's lovely Austin Healey 100. Very popular colour for them at the time, actually, this black. And also what's turned up is this Wolseley Hornet, a very late one. Last year 4 of these was 1969. Only later ones of these would have been on an H. This is on a G. Again, a lot with Riley Elf. The Hornet got the doors from the upcoming Mark III Mini before the Mark III Mini did. So you've got windy windows and sort of more modern door handles on this as well. Still with that sort of classic Wolseley badge though, and the steering wheel in wood. This is a fascinating thing. Registration number dates from about 1990. The earlier cars had different apertures to the rear lights, so this has had rear lights put on it, but they're from the sort of early 70s, I think. And someone's also done something about the boot lid. It looks really weird like that. It's very strange. But given that the later doors and the interior, which is clearly been sort of very, very, very modified, and the wheels, which are definitely off something around the same time as this car, it's impossible to say exactly what the bits are. It's just very heavily modified. Well, I had to walk a long way for it, viewers, but here is that 205 1.9 GTI from about 1989-90. Very, very nice condition. These are worth proper money now as well. Proper money. So, yes, very nice. Now this one says Austin 7 on the front of it, but this must be I think they call them the 10, or Little 10, with the 4 doors. So maybe answer in the comment section below, viewers. Just found this 1966 Jaguar Mark II 3.4. That is rather nice, viewers, I must say. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching both parts of this Slightly Shambolic Shuffle around the Braishfield Village Car Show. And we will get back to more of the same, no doubt, very soon.